Welcome to ET English, the unique English language learning feature of the Education Times. This recording is brought to you by Achini Abegunwadana and her team at London Academy of Speech. The Education Times comes to you every week with the Sunday Times, a leading publication of Vijaya Newspapers Limited. ET English introduces a unique way of learning English through stories. It has a short prose passage taken from a novel, a picture story, both of which are being published in episodes every week. All the lessons and activities that are given in the feature are from these two stories. Many English scholars accept that when you learn a language through stories, you remember them better. Further, the picture story will complement this by adding the visual component as well, where it will help the readers create vivid images in their minds, helping them to remember those dialogues and words through those incidents. The first episode of ET English appeared in the Education Times section on the 13th of September 2015. Now, we are going to bring the audio version of this feature where you can listen to the stories and lessons. First, the picture story, secondly, the novel, and finally, the lessons. To get the best out of this feature, we suggest that you get a copy of the Education Times and also a dictionary. It will also help if you have read the feature once or twice on your own. At the same time, try to get the correct pronunciation by listening to the audio attentively and repeatedly and trying to read it after every dialogue, emulating the voices that you hear. You will now listen to the ET English lesson number 55 that appeared in the Education Times section of the Sunday Times on the 2nd of October 2016. This page will be uploaded to the ET English website on the 10th of October 2016. We begin with Aigenas, written by Ranjit Gunaratna and illustrated by Anton B. Pereira. Episode 45.
Give me the tickets. Hans Iyer and Sahas Iyer will help me to sell them at our school.
Good idea. But is it okay to bother them always?
Not an issue. I know they will help.
Okay then, I will bring the tickets tomorrow.
Aki, you said you want to see Nimali, didn't you?
Yes. When are you inviting her?
Well, actually she has invited us.
To her home? What's the occasion?
Not to her home. They are having a concert at the Indian Cultural Center.
Wow, let's go then. I want to see what she's doing with my violin. Ha ha ha.
So Nuaniaki thinks Nimali is your girlfriend?
Yes, Hans. She wouldn't believe however much I tell her. I don't know how she got this idea. You know, I have hardly talked to Nimali except when we are all together.
Sahas, that's called feminine intuition.
Intuition or not, I don't like her teasing me.
Well, there's only one thing to do now.
What's that?
Let's now listen to The Scarecrow, based on a story by Asghar Hussain. Episode 5. From such tales, the Scarecrow learnt a lot about the birds. He also carefully watched those who flew around. Then, late one night, a strange-looking bird passed over him. He could see it clearly under the light of the full moon. It flew silently and perched on the branch of a tree near the field. It had enormous eyes and a stout body. It looked so different from the other birds that he felt scared. In the morning, when he told the sparrows what he had seen, they said, "Oh, that's the owl." "The owl?" he asked. It looked quite strange. "Yes, It's a mysterious bird, they said. It sleeps at daytime in some secret place. It goes hunting in the dark, looking for small creatures like rats to eat. Lessons for this week. Activity 1. Underline the appropriate answer. 1. Who in the second sentence refers to 1. The scarecrow, 2. The owl, 3. The birds. 2. Him in the third sentence refers to 1. The sparrow, 2. The scarecrow, 3. The owl. Number 3. It in the fourth sentence refers to 1. A sparrow, 2. A strange-looking bird, 3. The emerald dove. Number 4. They in the eighth sentence refers to 1. The birds, 2. The sparrows, 3. The owls. Number 5. It in the last sentence refers to 1. The owl, 2. The sparrow, 3. The bird.
Activity 2. Read the text and answer the questions. Number 1. What did the scarecrow watch carefully? Number 2. Where did the strange-looking bird perch? Number 3. Which bird had enormous eyes and a stout body? Number 4. Why did they say that the owl was a mysterious bird? Number 5. When does it go hunting?
Activity 3. Write the following sentences in the simple present tense. Number 1. The scarecrow learnt a lot about the birds. Number 2. He watched them carefully. Number 3. It flew silently and perched on the branch of a tree near the field. Number 4. It had enormous eyes and a stout body. Number 5. It looked so different from the other birds.
Activity 4. Read the picture story and match the questions in column A with the responses in column B. Column A. Questions. Number 1. Who will help Reshan to sell the tickets? Number 2. When will Nimali bring the tickets? Number 3. Who has Nimali invited to the concert? Number 4. Where is the concert? Number 5. What doesn't Sahas like about Nimali? Column B. Responses. A. Sahas and Nuani. B. At the Indian Cultural Center. C. Her teasing him. D. Hansaya and Sahasaya. E. Tomorrow.
Word bank for this week. Most of the meanings given are relevant to the context of the stories. 1. Actually. Speaking to emphasize a fact or a comment or that something is really true. 2. Occasion. Event. 3. Hardly. Rarely. Occasionally. 4. Feminine. Having the qualities or appearance considered to be typical of women. 5. Intuition. The ability to know something by using your feelings rather than considering the facts. 6. Tease. Laugh at somebody and make jokes about them, either in a friendly way or in order to annoy or embarrass them. 7. Strange. Unusual. 8. Perch. Sitting or resting on something. 9. Enormous. Extremely large. 10. Stout. Fat. 11. Mysterious. Difficult to understand or explain. 12. Creature. A living thing, real or imaginary, that can move around, such as an animal. The answers for last week's lessons. Activity 1. 1. The crow. 2. The crow. 3. The cock. 4. The dove. 5. The sparrows. Activity 2. 1. The scarecrow. 2. Tales about the shrewd crow. 3. The cock. 4. At sunrise. 5. She would fly to a nearby pond. Activity 3. 1. Shrewd. 2. Morsel. 3. Majestic. 4. Tough. 5. Reflection. Activity 4. 1. E. 2. D. 3. A. 4. C. 5. B. listeners, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to our recording brought to you by the London Academy of Speech. You are welcome to give us your feedback and suggestions on the telephone numbers and the email address given in the ET English feature in the Education Times section. This recording has been voiced by Achini together with Channa and Naushika. We shall meet you again with ET English Lesson 56. Until then, goodbye and happy learning.